Got some emails here for Makeup or Breakup, including a guy who wants to know if he needs to break up with his dog.
Oh, boy.
Break up with your dog.
It's not really the dog, I guess, in a sense. It's more about his ex. And he says in his email, when I thought my fiance and I would be together forever, we got a puppy. We split the cost of everything to start. We both fell in love with the dog and out of love with each other.
This happens a lot.
Then the bitch cheated on me. And I do mean my fiance, not the dog. Somehow I got the blame because I pushed her away. But she's using that as her excuse to then be difficult in our breakup. And she is fighting over everything that we can lay equal claim to, especially the dog. The last 2 years, this dog has been my best friend and companion. And maybe I did pay more attention to the dog than my fiance. So maybe that's why she is fighting with me so hard about custody. She wants it full time. But she said she would settle for joint custody. Look, I don't want to hire an attorney if that's even possible for something like this. Plus, I'm coming out really well on a few other things that bringing in an attorney could actually then screw those things up. This dog should live to be at least 12, according to the vet, which would mean another decade of seeing my now ex-fiance. But the thought of not having that dog in my life destroys me. But so does the idea of having to see my ex regularly. Do I just need to make a clean break with the dog and move on? Or do I keep fighting or do joint custody?
I know exactly what this needs. You know how, like, in the middle of the afternoon, they got all those goofy court shows on?
Yeah.
Like civil kind of things. You need a sassy judge to get involved and make some rules here. Right around
Judge Joe Brown.
Yeah, one of those
Let
shows
him tell you what he thinks.
where, like, you're watching it going, is this real court? I don't know.
It's actors.
I didn't think court was that fun.
Court doesn't have that many great one-liners.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of comedy in these courtrooms. They need to take it to that court.
Well, Kevin, you can probably talk on this better than anybody in the room.
Yeah, I had a situation that was very much that way, where I'd gotten a dog with a girl, and then we split up, and that dog was super.
Or boyfriend, girlfriend, or not married.
I think sometimes, too, you have to remove all of your feelings about the dog and how much you love the dog and really look at it from the dog's perspective. Who's going to give the best care for this pet? Who's going to be the best dog daddy or dog mommy?
You're talking like a reasonable person who's not going through a breakup. When people are going through a breakup, it is war, and all kind of mud is being slung around. Things that are not even true are being said.
I know a girl, her and her husband broke up, and they had dogs together, and they would do the custody thing. Where you would have the dog Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I have the dog Tuesday, Thursday, and every other weekend. It was actual insanity.
Yeah.
Because she was still spending all this time with her ex doing pickup and drop off of the dog that any new man was like, what the F is going on here?
I've seen this before, too, where couples try to do it together. And then there was an uncomfortable moment one time where someone was trying to get the dog. It was their turn to get the dog. And he happened to ask what she's doing later. She's like, oh, I'm going out to dinner with Andre. And he's like, who's Andre? And it turned into a fight. I'm like, can I leave?
You got to do a clean break, and whoever's going to be the better caretaker for that animal gets to keep it, and then you guys say goodbye.
Well, I think what's going on is they're both arguing that they're the best for the dog.
That's Virginia thinks everyone lives in La La Land.
Yeah.
And you can sit down after a breakup and have this mature.
Yeah, because that's what's going on right now.
Who's got the easier schedule, work-wise, to be home with the dog?
She cheated on him, first of all, so she's not playing by. She don't play by the rules.
It's a nasty fight.
So no matter
Maybe
what,
he's bad in bed.
Oh, well, that doesn't mean you cheat on somebody. You break up with them and then you throw it.
Mm-hmm. To me, I see three options. You either fight for sole custody of the dog, you go on ahead and do what your ex-fiance wants, and you do joint custody where you're sharing time, or you just move on without the dog and say, I just need a clean break in life. Now, the dog probably has, according to the math, at least another decade to live. So you're leaving a lot of time on the clock, and that was your number one best friend and sole companion that you're just walking away from. because of all this. What would you do, Jay Bird, of those options?
I'm personally a person that would not. If I'm getting a dog, it's going to be my personal dog, and I'm going to take care of it.
Because you're smart.
And
That's the way to do it.
You don't want community property.
And you can love the dog, and we can treat the dog, but if anything goes wrong, there ain't no discussion.
That's my dog, bitch.
And if you bring a dog into the world and you get the dog, that's your dog. But I don't like the whole just in case something goes wrong.
Yeah. So what would you do now if you're in it and you're in this situation?
I think I have to go with clean break and take the heartache. What I'm going to go get into a fight with her. She's not playing by the rules.
Right.
She's got to bring me down in the mud. I don't want to be in the mud no more.
Right, but then look at the good side, though. If you get all that heartbreak, you can write a whole snack pack album about your sadness, just like Taylor Swift.
Sometimes when you got to be sad to win, I don't know if that's winning. You know what I mean? Like, I see what you're saying. I get it. I don't know. I would have fought tooth and nail for Chewy, but that was a difference. That was my dog, though.
You wouldn't have bought it with somebody.
I just don't. I've seen it go south too many times.
Let this be a lesson for anybody listening who is in a relationship and you're not ready to have a kid. You have a dog instead. This could happen to you too.
Well, I just wasn't prepared to be so emotionally tied up with my dog. I knew I loved dogs and I knew I loved animals, but I became a crazy dog person. Look at this picture I took of my dog. Look at the 19th picture I took of my dog. I mean, I was turning into that person.
We know. We talked about it.
I'm sure you did, as you should have. And you should have sat me down.
No, you were too in it, bro. You weren't ready to hear what we had to say.
I could hear, but I couldn't listen.
Ooh, no, it would have started a fight.
Top option right now is almost half of people, 49%, would just move on in life without the dog, make a clean break. 35% are saying, I'm not giving up on that. That was my best friend. I'm fighting for sole custody. And 16% would do the miserable thing and go with the joint custody. Now, Debbie from Royal Palm has got an interesting thought, a possible compromise that we haven't even listed or thought of yet. What would you do, Debbie?
I would offer to buy a dog, and so she can have her own dog. I keep mine.
Oh, but she's not. I'm telling you, she's a cheater. She's not going to play by them rules. She's already gaslighting him. She cheats on him and then says it's his fault. She ain't playing, but she's playing by street rules.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, this could work, though, two different ways. And I do love that solution. You offer that to her and say, there's going to be a new dog coming into the picture here.
I got you a street dog since you made for the streets. I found this dog in some alley.
Made for the streets?
Yeah, she ain't going to go for that, I don't think. She was one of them puppy mill dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, that's not a bad suggestion. And then, look, if she doesn't want the dog herself, then you've got yourself a new dog. And I do find that, at least for me, it's nice to have another replacement, another dog to put your focus and attention on.
And you also got to be realistic, too. Who are you dealing with? I mean, so some people are insane to deal with, and it gets to a point where they start to drag you down with them.
That's quality of life, baby.
Yeah, you just got to be careful of that when you start butting heads constantly.
And now you're just in it with all this drama with this person that you couldn't even get along with.
And she don't want that dog. Not that kind.
She doesn't want the dog. She wants to hurt you.
Through the dog. Which
the dog is another weapon to hurt you.
That right there, that's for the streets.
Damn.